However you'd
Fine,
like.
I will take 15 of the gold.
Pass. Just for all the greediness, you get 11.
Got him.
Incredible. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to Funky Quest. This is Funky Games Online Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign playing Dungeons of Drakkenheim, written and published by The Dungeon Dudes. My name is Dan, aka Dandy Dungeon Master, aka The Big DM, and I will be running tonight's game, and I'm joined by the rest of the Funky roster.
Smash Fox here, Matt. I'm going to be playing Farron, the ASMR monk.
It's me, Ireland. I'm playing Bulk, the artificer. Also, the artillerist.
And I am Isendale, playing Danielis with my trusty steed Barkus, and I am a half-elf ranger. Ow!
Nice. And I'm also Dan playing, reprising the role of Edric Steelbelly. Our good friend Taylor never quite recovered. He suffered some residual brain damage from the result of driving his 4x4 into that embankment.
I thought it was a forklift, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys got
Thought
forklift from, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, if this is your first time on the channel, we are Funky Games, avid gamers, retro and modern. We post videos a few times a week, single-player playthroughs or multiplayer hijinks. Stephen, round us out.
Go to the Funky store, funky.store. You know it's about Christmas time. It's time to order the stuff for your friends and family. There's cool shirts there, and there's a whole sweater. The boys are very interested in that one sweater that we have. It's the De Niro sweater, because you don't have that, but you can spend the little De Niro you have on Funky merch at funky.store. Check that out.
Put yourself into debt slavery for the Funky store.
Worth.
Incredible. All right, gentlemen. So starting off, as we always do, quick update on the kill counter. At the top, Farron was very, very productive last session. He ended up at 26, Danielis at 18, and Bulk down at 8. So hopefully there's some slack to pick up here. Diedrich was at 20, but again, the forklift. And my favorite moment from the last session, as on rewatch, I think it was when you guys took that hostage, Pinkfoot. And just all the various things that happened to him. Daniel stabbed him through the foot. Matt, I believe, or Farron choked him out with his holy whip. There was quite a bit going on.
Okay.
But in either case, are we ready to get back in?
You just got to say, rip Pinkfoot.
Pinkfoot, he was the OG.
Rip.
Did he die? Yeah.
Farron
yeah.
smashed his face in.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
He is
sure he
not-
was
not
like
living.
impaled on a wall.
Yeah. As
Farron definitely did the killing blow, because I remember Bulk wanted to keep him as a pet, or wanted to bring him along.
Yeah, so he wanted to keep him. You and Daniels both tried to kill him, but you caught his arrow in midair.
I wanted that killing blow.
Indeed. Okay, and again, it has been at least a month and a half since we've had a session, so I'll do the normal recap I had planned, and if you have questions afterwards, just hit me and we'll go from there. When last we left our adventurers, it was late in the afternoon on their third day in Drakkenheim, where the party found themselves at the Eckerman Mill, taking a short rest, and they began by questioning Bulk about his uneasy relationship with the Amethyst Academy. You will recall that Bulk was called to the mill by his old acquaintance, River, to quote unquote seek knowledge, but really was just this ham-fisted ruse.
Fetch quest.
Yes, it was a fetch quest. In either case, seemingly satisfied with his dodgy answers, and they were very dodgy, they took off towards the outer city location given to them by River, who charged them with investigating the site for any sizable delirium deposits. Arriving at the location of an old neighborhood favorite, the Rat's Nest Tavern, the party discovers evidence of a recent battle and the possible remains of hooded lanterns. Investigating the impact site of a sizable crater, they find a tunnel that had been burrowed down below the tavern. Farron slipped on the muddy descent as you all were traveling down, directly into a pit trap, and ended up being swarmed by rats. As the party came down the tunnel, they found basically a rattling lookout group who had sprung a trap on you guys. Battle commenced. You guys did pretty well. We were hanging on to Barks there for for a little bit. But Stephen actually, or Bulk actually ran in to save the day. The party took one of the rattlings named Pinkfoot prisoner and forced him to lead them to the shiny, and continued exploring the rattling nest. They start picking their way through a few of the nests before they locate the Hooded Lantern commander. The group met in the city the day before, Lieutenant Petra Eisner. They learned that her group was attacked and eaten by the rats, and she was being kept for a fresh meal later. The party exhibits little to no sympathy for her plight and sometimes openly mock her for being captured and wanting to escape the rattling den. Nevertheless, the party eventually arms her and provides a modest amount of healing, and they agree to venture forward for the time being. They encounter another group of rat folk before encountering the supposed leader of this tribe, who styles himself as the Rat Prince. He began speaking to the party, but they were in no mood for discussion, instantly making quick work of his minions. The Rat Prince, seeing the battle going against him, quickly made his escape into the tunnels of his home turf, but not before unleashing a near-fatal attack onto Farron, who lays unconscious as his party surveys the damage. So before I turn it over to you, have a pretty good understanding of why we're here, what we're doing. Do you have any questions or anything?
I think I'm all good.
All coming back like yesterday.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yes, I remember now. I recall.
Very
It was a
good.
good time.
Very good. Hopefully, you will also recall that you are under the effects of the arcane anomaly that you triggered that morning. So you are reduced in size by half.
I'm
us?
small.
Oh,
yes.
no,
It's just me.
Yeah, just you, just Bulk. You make strength checks and saves with disadvantage, and you are also under the effects of a level of exhaustion, meaning you make all ability checks with disadvantage. So lots of disadvantage for you. You've been a very risky boy.
Easy game.
Indeed. But in either case, I think that's about it. So I'll set the scene. You stand in one of the many chambers found in the rattling den so far. The room is about 10 feet in height, and the humid air underground reeks of rat urine and feces. A burning bonfire illuminates bales of hay, scattered bone fragments, tufts of fur, unrecognizable filth and feces filling the room where the Rat Prince was gathered with his minions. There's a pile of items off to the side that look like they've been gathered off of the rat's victims in various states of quality. A lot of it is quite tattered, but it's armor, vials, and tools and weapons. So, like I said, Farron was downed by the Rat Prince right before he made his escape. That is about it. So, the first thing that happens is Petra runs right over to Farron, and she tears a sizable chunk of her cloak off. And so Farron was shot basically like through, straight through the shoulder with this crossbow bolt. So she has taken off a piece of fabric. She's kind of pressed it on, trying to stop the bleeding and kneeling on it, while she reaches for a potion in her cloak, and she feeds it to you. And she's like giving you like slaps on the face. She's like, hey, are you okay? Hey, Farron, talk to me. Don't follow the flame.
How much do I wake up? Like, what happens?
Yeah, you've taken a potion, so.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for this, or just so I know that I have the right
Any
number?
points.
I'm just gonna come up like a gasping, like, just like, what happened? I don't understand. I need to get back in the voice. Oh my god, it's been a month and a half.
It's been too long.
I know. I'm just like, what was the voice? I'll
Indeed,
come
you
back
got
into it.
He woke up without his accent.
Exactly.
it.
What? Oh no, I'm American now.
Petra gives you a slap across the face. Stay with me, man.
I'm fair and just kind of winded, still kind of. I'm getting bleeding profusely. A potion's gonna only hit me a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be like coughing up blood and try and like hold the wound. Just try to get my bearings and like eyes getting less blurry.
Yeah, Petra actually, so she kind of like stops kneeling on your shoulder and she removes that piece of her cloak and it's just drenched in blood. But the bleeding has completely stopped and she says, "Ah, it's amazing how these simple potions just completely reverse the most tragic wounds."
What? And
I'm
then
glad you're
my
okay.
accent's back.
Aaron, are you able to use your like hand thing and heal
I-
your own shoulders?
I only could
I
do it
think
about
you're
one more time.
tired.
That's true. That's
Right.
true. We thought
I
we
may-
lost you.
I may want to save this in case I can repay the favor, and then I'm just gonna kind of like tilt my head over to Petra and be like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
Let me roll for that too. What am what are the hit points at now?
roll for what?
The hit points, or is it max for healing potion?
Yeah, it's max. It's
Okay,
all
so
max.
I'm
Yeah,
just
so it's
at
just straight 10 hit points. Yeah, so
Ooh.
Petra, she kind of sits back, kind of on her tailbone, and she's like got her hands on her knees. She's just like, oh, I'm glad you're all right. Watching
Was
people die still just isn't normal for me, even though we see it every day.
was that the prince who took you and your men?
I hadn't seen that particular one before. That was one nasty rat.
Yeah, I have the bolt to prove it. Can I find that bolt along the wall? Can I search for it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
It's
or is
it's
it like
like
a one-time
sticking,
use kind of thing?
it's like sticking into the wall right behind you.
While he does that, I'm gonna approach Petra.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for giving my friend the red drink here. And I hand over my potion of healing. You didn't need to do that. I appreciate it.
Whoa, bulk, really spreading the love.
She turns to you and she says, "That's very kind of you. I clearly, after seeing those monsters, it makes it more clear. No matter our differences, the only difference that really matters is between the living and the dead, man and beast. That's kind of what I was getting at when I met you all yesterday. There's something bigger at play here. We need to band together."
Right, we're
You're
stronger
wedded.
together than apart.
And
Okay.
what do you hope to do after we get out of here?
Well, after I get out of here, and she starts kind of walking around the den, and she's kind of like rummaging through that pile of items that I told you about. So she's kind of throwing stuff over her shoulder. Eventually, she finds a short bow and a few arrows. So she's kind of like starting to rearm herself. She's like, "Well, after I get out of here, which I am, I'm returning to our garrison at Shepherd's Gate. It was my mission all along.
Will you be all right to head there on your own?
It's not far. It's less than a quarter mile away, if that.
Are you
Just
sure
a
you
few
don't
blocks
want
away.
to join our ragtag group?
Listen, I have a group. I have a family. Something that's
That must be
more.
nice.
She says, "We have goals. We have a mission. I don't have time to be playing smuggler in some rat's nest, whatever you guys are doing. Now, listen,
Is
I don't know why you're down here, and you don't have to tell me, but I owe you my life. A lot of tone deaf things were said in the very, very short amount of time that I've known you all. But like I said, what we just saw, that's what this is all about."
so your
So
family allows you to do these quests like this?
she looks pretty hurt by that statement. Not that she took it in offense, but there's some emotion behind it as she starts thinking about that answer. And just to remind you, this is a pretty young woman. She's like, you'd be surprised if she was 20 years old.
A child.
She certainly carries herself with quite a bit of maturity. But even the way she tended to Farron's wounds and the way she kind of revived him, that's like a pretty expert maneuver. So it seems like she's probably seen quite a bit in her lifetime. But she says, like I said, my family are the Hooded Lanterns now.
Just because you belong to a group doesn't mean they're family. They can all make mistakes.
Of course we make mistakes, but we made a bond. What happened in Drakkenheim 15 years ago, it destroyed a lot of lives. It made orphans out of a lot of people, myself included. But we're uniting under one cause, under one goal. Well, multiple goals, I suppose you could say. To bring back the monarchy and to restore Drakkenheim to its former glory.
So your mom and dad died in the blast?
It's complicated, but yes. Yes. If not in the blast, shortly after. So this is what I do now. A lot of us are like this.
Upon hearing the whole orphan and like lost parents thing, I'm gonna have that bolt or whatever that I pulled out of the wall and kind of like hand it over toward her and be like, "This one seemed to do the job pretty well. Just remember, shoot between the eyes, and we'll all get through this."
She gives a smirk at that. She says, and she's kind of like fully kitted herself out with a little short bow and some arrows. And she says, she takes the bolt and she says, "Thanks. I know you're seeing me in a pretty tough spot, but I assure you I'm the best shot in Drakkenheim."
Have you seen me worse?
And after she kind of gives her life story and about being an orphan, I'm gonna like kind of turn around quickly and like go to Barkus and be like, "Okay, let's get going and keep moving."
Do we really want to keep moving? I'm pretty out of munitions.
All right, we're a little bit tapped. It's either we double back or we have to search for an escape. Do we know which way the Rat Prince King whatever went? Because we see there's like 2 tunnels ahead. Do we know which one he went through?
Correct. You do not know which one he went through. You'll recall that it is pretty much pitch black in here. He kind of just took off towards these 2 tunnels.
Okay.
Now, as you start to talk about this, Petra walks up and she says, "You could always leave with me. I understand you have a mission of some sort. That's fine, but it's pretty dangerous down here."
What do you think, boys? We may be a little bit tapped, but we leave. I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish the mission.
We should really this is our one chance to really get a hold of the shiny.
What about
I agree.
Is there any way we could discuss like pursuing with Petra?
I'm down to go with Petra.
No, she comes with us.
Oh yeah,
for
I'm
money.
down for that.
You want me to come with you?
That would be ideal.
I don't know, guys. It's a pretty
hefty ask, I know.
Listen, I put my life on the line every day, and I would like a little bit of revenge against these rats, but I'm also
they do
not
deserve it.
That's true, but I'm also not in the business of putting myself in danger without some real stakes at hand.
I mean,
I understand. She just got her freedom back from these rats and had her whole company kind of defeated. I bet she's eager to get back to the family.
Freedom for now, but she'll restore the monarchy and then be subjugated once more.
That's better subjugated by a monarchy than a bunch of rats.
Are you guys having like a little huddle, or did you say that out loud?
It's a good question.
It was out loud. If she's paying attention to me,
She's kind of got the vibe of books, so it seems like she didn't really take that all too personally. But in either case, she will add that it's what do you know what time of day it is right now?
No.
Mm,
No.
Well, how long have you guys been down here?
let's see. We left the windmill at about what was it?
It's
In the morning.
you left well, you traveled all day, you got to the windmill in the afternoon, and then you waited and talked to River as well. So it's
Mhm.
by now you've it's getting into nighttime.
What?
Um,
How
Isn't it?
risky is going night night here?
so in saying that, so you guys reply back, oh, it's probably nighttime. She will say, well, that works to your advantage. The rats hunt at night. They hunt during the day too, but most of them sleep during the day. It's nighttime when they're really active, so this may be your chance.
Let's do a sneaky.
From one hunter to another, that's the best I can give you.
We're going to
They're not going
sneak.
to be here.
We're going to sneak. You might need to silence your bells.
Okay. I will tuck the bells in my pouch.
Certainly. Well, gentlemen, I wish
Tiny
you luck.
bells.
I hope we meet again on better circumstances.
Indeed.
Bye bye.
Well, um, you guys aren't too bad. A little bit risk takers, but not too bad. If you ever run into trouble out in the city, and you see some hooded lanterns, tell them that Lieutenant Petra Eisner owes you one.
We'll do.
Very good. Happy hunting.
Good luck getting back to family.
Cool. So Petra is, and also another thing she will say is that this is a tunnel that she doesn't know where it leads, but this tunnel leads out to the sewers and back out to the streets. This is the way they brought her in.
Okay. Would you say was the rat prince? Wasn't he larger than most rats?
He was a pretty decent sized rat.
Is there like a a stick or something I can use for a torch that I can light at that bonfire in front of us? And then could
Absolutely.
I go up to this T and can I just look to see if I can find like a bigger rat footprint to gauge which way he may have scurried off to?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check.
Oh wait, this is not.
I'm
Oh, that
touching
is
him.
20.
I'm going to do a touch to enhance
Ooh,
this
you
roll.
maybe just want to do your own because you probably have better investigation than me. I rolled a
Oh, yeah.
6. I
Okay.
just see a lot of dirt marks.
What you see is it appears that this tunnel is well traveled by many rats. However, it does appear that there are some larger tracks fairly fresh. If it wasn't just like 5 minutes ago, you may not have seen that. But
Okay. Is that the one
Perhaps.
heading to the in tunnels or the one heading to the out tunnel?
the ones heading in towards the rest of the nest.
Can I do a
Perhaps.
nature check just on like behaviors of the ratlings and which way he might go?
Sure.
Ooh,
Sure.
13, but with
13.
disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, with disadvantage.
I roll again and take the lower.
Correct.
Yep.
That's a nat 1, baby.
Ooh.
um, so Bulk is kind of caught up in he's actually getting, that smell that porta potties and rest areas get, that kind of ammonia-y, feces-y, like kind of like messes with your mind. He's over like smelling like he's like, oh, I know much about the rats. And he's like smelling like piles of feces, trying to gather what he can, but it is not much. However, Petra did tell you that, I mean, you could ask your resident survival expert, Danielus.
I was about to say Barkus could perhaps smell and
Do a
sniff the
sniff,
trail.
boy.
Well, Danielus, you can remark with confidence that ratlings are cowardly little disgusting cretins. They try to overwhelm people in numbers. When they see things are not going their way, they are pretty cowardly. They either run away, they may even beg for survival.
All Bigfoot.
So, which is kind of what you saw when you killed all the Ratling's minions. He ran away pretty quickly. So that is the vibe of their behavior.
All right. So we wanted to go after this so-called prince.
Well, not necessarily. We want to find the big shiny, which I'm
I bet,
Which
assuming he's
there's the-
going there to make more arrows.
I bet he
I
went to
would-
Big Shiny.
I say Barkus, lead us there. Barkus is gonna like start sniffing.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go immediately, or do we want to maybe try to take a short breather?
Short rest.
Short rest.
We have a bonfire right here, and if this is probably the best chance we'll have to get, granted they may come back here.
There's only 2 entrances, so we could easily watch our backs.
True. What do you think, Bulk? You want to do short rest? Unless you're down.
Yes, please. I have nothing in the tank.
Oh,
I'm-
right.
I'm down.
Okay, so you guys want to take a short rest?
Short.
Yep.
Oh boy. I'm actually before this short rest is going to start. I'm going to use my last key point to do healing hands on myself
Okay, good call.
because after a short rest, they'll Oh wait, that's hands harm. Ignore that one.
There's no way we can pull off a long rest.
Oh,
right?
there it is. And it actually is the same, so I'm just going to count that. It's going to be 7 more hit points, and then I'll do the short rest, and that's all I got.
So you guys want to try and execute a short rest here.
Yes.
Interesting play. Always good to take a short rest in the lair of your enemy.
Well, They know we're here. Whatever.
So Deidre Steelbelly says, listen, if we're going to rest here, we need to at least barricade these 2 paths.
I agree.
All right. I'll help move some of the barrels to the one
And
to the north.
Certainly.
And I'll move this shopping cart that's down here.
I'll help.
Certainly. Yeah, there's plenty of solid material, no pun intended, that you guys can find and block up the paths. While doing so, you do find
Ooh.
Oh,
Loot.
snake.
Luke.
We get bit by a
Um,
venomous snake.
that would be funny. You find 35 gold scattered about,
Nice.
and you also find 3 potions of healing.
Each of us take
Well,
one.
Yep, and I'll take the gold.
Hey?
Yeah, we can split all that.
However you
Fine,
like.
I will take 15 of the gold.
Pass. Just for all the greediness, you get 11.
Got him.
Fine,
So
fine,
smoke.
fine.
Okay, so since you're taking the short rest, it's not just free. I'll need each of you to roll me a d8.
Okay, once I'm just trying to add that potion of healing.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that first.
I
I'm rolling
added
the
11
D8.
gold.
I got an
Uh,
8, but it's disadvantage. Oh, sorry, I ran over you.
It's
that's
not
okay.
a check, so I
Yeah,
think you should
yeah.
just be good. I got a 7.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Roll. Okay, let me see what Diedrich Steelbelly gets if I roll an 8 for him.
I need to be more greedy with Farron. He's got like no gold. I keep telling everyone else to just pick him up.
I am the gold carrier.
Okay.
I will give you a loan if you need it.
And
That's not a
Diedrich-
loan.
and Diedrich got a 3. Fortunately for you all, your rest goes off without a hitch. You
Nice.
do hear some chittering nearby, so do with that what you will. But in either case, your short rest goes off. Farron, you rolling any hit dice?
Yeah, I'm rolling the last one I have, so it's going to be a D8 plus 2. So I'm just going to roll that real quick. Only a measly 5, but I'll take it because that almost gets me to full.
Bulk, any hit dice for you?
7.
Okay,
So 10 total.
good roll. What do you have? D8 plus 3 or something like that? Okay, yep, 10. Daniels, how about you?
Mine says a D10 plus 2.
Okay, roll
You
D10.
got some more.
Okay, and I am going to use it because your boy needs it.
Yeah,
I got a 4. No.
Okay.
So you just get 4?
4 plus 2, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So 6.
Okay, yep, 6. Do you have any more left?
Nope, that was my last one.
Okay.
Remember to update your roll 20 so I know where y'all sitting.
Yeah, that would help as well.
Oh, how do
updating
you do that?
your.
You have to
You
click on your portrait,
character.
and then you click on the green ball, and it highlights it. You can just change the number, press enter, you're good.
Type it in.
And Dietrich Steelbelly.
Random question for Dan, but does Marcus have hit die or anything, or how does that
He
work
does
for
have
him?
hit die, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so does he get a heal?
Yeah, I think he used 2. Yeah, so he's used 2 already. So Daniel's roll me another D8.
He got a big old 4.
And then make sure you're rolling in D&D Beyond, not in Roll20. But a 4, okay. So that takes him up to 12. Okay, not bad. And that was his last one. So that's where he sits. So, like I said, your short rest goes off. Unless there's anything you're talking about, we could move on. It's up to you.
Can I convert
that's
Millie
much better.
without a
Can you
spell?
what?
Can I convert Millibot to?
Can you convert Millibot? Yes. But like you said, it only lasts for an hour, and you will have to use a spell slot.
Right, yeah. So I'm gonna wait.
Whenever you guys are ready.
All right, should we start the hunt?
I can't
Hey.
believe that she wants to restore the monarchy. That's crazy to me.
It's better to have a monarch than what we have currently in Drakkenheim, so progress.
Well, I mean, because everybody's greedy and took advantage of everything.
Well, who
Like a
knows the
monarchy
reason
would.
behind it?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know if Farron has memories of how like the monarchy did, whether they were good or bad. But I'm just gonna be like, anything's better than so.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Okay. What you remember from your childhood, and remember your family was pretty well off.
Yeah, we're upper middle.
The round to you, your life, it was pretty fantastic. The king, the ruling family, the von Kessel
Mhm.
family, they were quite well regarded. They presided over peace times for at least the past 50 years. Um, Things have been very well in Westamar, and Drakkenheim has experienced quite a population boom because of it. But yeah, the ruling family, in your opinion, yeah, very very good.
I also forgot to ask Petra, but I know the Von Kessels have a bunch of warring factions claiming that they are in line for the throne. I forgot who they're going to try to ask who they were going to put on it.
So
That doesn't surprise me.
yeah, so that was the Civil War, and that ended about 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, next time we run into her, I'll just make a footnote. Like, who are you rooting for?
Wiggy, you got it. You turn the accent on and off. I don't know if you're saying things in character.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's how you know. I'll go American and I'll go very poor British, and that's how you'll know.
And the Civil War is over, just to clarify.
All right. So you guys ready to put up shop? Should we move the carts, barrels, and start get hunting?
Are there rats? Are there rats out there?
Didn't
I'm
you hear
gonna
the
walk up-
scurrying?
I'm gonna walk up to this side here, and I'm gonna tap and kind of shake the barricade just to see if I hear any scuttling on the other side.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Um,
I'd say let's move out, guys.
all right. Do we need to move stuff in order to proceed? Because I know we barricaded it, so I'm guessing it's going to take us like a second or two, or are we just going to be like, "Oh, you moved it, go on"?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. I guess let's get a move on. I know it's a little bit dark down the quarters. Should we bring some fire with us? Granted, I know we'll lose the element of surprise.
If only I was purple still.
Oh, I forgot. You are kind of irradiating a nice glow.
No, I'm
Granted,
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, you're not. You're just tiny.
I'm small.
I
Um,
have pretty good night vision, so I could lead us without fire.
I can
Besides, Dietrich Steelbelly will lead the way.
all right. I'm just gonna
And
scooch.
he starts taking off ahead of you guys.
Oh, I'm gonna run after. Ah. As I don't make noise because I know we're trying to be stealthy.
Are you guys actively trying to be stealthy?
Yes. You made me
I'm not-
put my
we're not
bells
gonna be
away.
like, yeah, we're not
why
gonna be
not?
like
I know
singing
it's-
our songs.
I know it's probably gonna go bad because like Bulk has disadvantage on about everything.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me some stealth check.
Ooh. Not hot. Farron's sitting at a 9.
Okay.
Ooh, I got 11.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe being stealthy.
I rolled a 6, and then I'm going to.
Oh, he's all up in there. I'm just gonna say Farron was following him.
Yeah, it's fine.
So the 6 is what I roll with.
Okay. Horrible stealth rolls, guys.
Yep, we're pretty noisy.
Let me roll for Deidre just in case.
We do
Yeah.
be making noise.
Yeah, Diedrich rolled a natural 1. So so basically Diedrich is
Charging.
Diedrich is walking ahead of you, and he says, why do you think we need to be stealthy? Diedrich Steelbelly will lead the way.
Yep, that checks out.
Have I ever told you about Diedrich Steelbelly's valor?
You
I
know,
think you've told us many a time,
yeah,
Diedrich.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, so he's rambling on in this way. As you guys travel into the next room,
Mhm.
this chamber is a bit larger than the rest. It is about 15 feet tall. And the instant thing that you're drawn to, there is a bloated effigy of a horrifically obese demonic rat made from rubble, mud, and rat feces, set with 2 pieces of delirium for eyes. Offerings are scattered about the statue's feet: skulls, bone, daggers, bits of rotting meat, and smaller delirium fragments. Before it lies a blood-soaked altar made from a simple stone slab.
Okay, but Farron and Bulk, before you go and grab the shinies,
I'm already gloving up,
Farron,
baby.
Farron, why don't you see if you recognize any of these offerings and anything? If you could understand if this is a shrine or gonna create a rat god.
I'm not sure on rat like lore, but I'll take a look and I'll glance over and see if I recognize any like symbols or anything that an iconography that jumps out at me.
Sure. You can give me a religion, arcana, or investigation check.
I do a
We're-
touch. I
we're
do
good.
a touch.
Is that your touch is being guidance or what is
Yeah,
this?
guidance.
Okay.
He's just touching
Before
you.
he puts
I
the
do be
glove
I
on.
know. All right, so it's not too hot, but let's see with a D4. It's sitting at a total of 12.
12. Okay.
Not bad.
Whatever is actually going on here, you recognize these types of setups. You learned about this throughout your youth. This is certainly something occult in nature.
All right, it's from what I can read between all the shit and blood, it looks something of the occult, but I'm not quite familiar. It's definitely
So
not
do you
something
think-
I would be a part of.
So I can
So do you think
tong
if
it?
we grab
So I can get them delirium bits?
We can certainly try. I'm not sure what might happen. I'd say just be prepared. I don't know if it'll
Okay.
set off an alarm or if who knows, maybe the shit comes to life.
I'm gonna draw my bow and just hold it pointed at his head. I'm like, okay, Bulk, grab the shiny.
So who's approaching?
Bulk.
Tiny
Bulk?
one.
Tiny one. Okay, very good. So go ahead and move yourself. As you approach the altar, a voice appears. Oh, you have come to make tribute to the rat god.
Oh God, I don't like that.
Wait, what if we make a tribute and we get rat powers?
Ew.
Do you want rat?
So you have
So
come to make tribute to the rat god. To me.
Are
we-
we wanting to try this?
Do we have any more Paul slime?
I do have a vial of Paul slime. That's what I was thinking.
Paul
Let's
slime. Paul
give it-
slime. Paul
All
slime.
right, all right.
Paul slime.
I'm gonna walk up to the altar. I'll be like, I knew you would come in handy one day. And I uncap the vial of Paul goo, and I
And we've
pour it
all-
over over the altar.
Paul.
Oh, Paul,
This
guys.
is our most sacred of items.
Diedrich adds in his vial of Paul glue. The voice replies, "Oh, yes, honor to the rat god, honor to me. For years the Mannings have killed our people. They have stomped on us, and squished on us. But now, after the great boom boom, it is time for the rats to have their revenge. We will be doing the eating, and we will be doing the killing. All in tribute to the rat god."
Yay!
Nothing else happened.
Nothing happens.
Um,
Can we tell where the voice is coming from?
can I
does
do?
it sound?
Yeah, can I do an arcane check on that?
So Farron feels like something is up. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am rolling dog shit tonight. It has been less than 10 for everything. So Farron got a 5.
Okay. So it's
7.
it sounds. I didn't ask you to roll. It sounds like I mean, it sounds like the voice is coming from the idol. It picks up again. It says, "Oh, the rat god demands your shinies."
Farron, can you use this? And I hand him my dispel magic scroll.
I don't think I don't think I can use scrolls because I can't cast. Yeah.
No, he can't. Why would you
I-
give him the scroll?
I'm just kind of like no, and I push it back.
Oh,
I take out the
Shiny.
vial that had the Paul goo and I rub it against my sleeve to make it like a spit shine, and then I put it on the altar.
Diedrich Steelbelly. Does anybody want to try anything else?
No, I have nothing I want to give to this altar.
Diedrich Steelbelly says, "I'm sick of these games. Did we come here for a job or not?" And he takes out his maul
Oh,
and he starts to rear back. He steps up onto the altar and he crashes into the idol of the rat god, sending it slamming into the wall, but tumbling out of the statue is the rat prince.
hey yo!
Oh my gosh! And
He
I,
said,
can I let
He
can I let
screams.
my bow fly?
Sure, if you'd like to.
I was ready. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, it's him.
Go for it. Shoot an attack.
fuck him up.
Yes.
Get him a body bag.
Get him a body bag. I need to go to my actions. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I rolled an 18.
An 18. Very good. An 18 hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
It does 12.
A solid hit. Daniels, keeping a sharp eye on the situation. After Diedrich smashed open this, so it sent like just poop and straw and hay and stuff everywhere. And Daniels, he saw the glimmer from the rat mouth, the rat pits, just crystal delirium teeth, and fires off a shot, striking him true. The rat pit screams, "Cursed little manlings!" And he just kind of like backs himself into this corner here, and he says, "We will never surrender to you. The rats will have our day."
How the
Yes,
tables have
yes.
turned. Swarming, boys!
Diedrich Steelbelly steps forward, and he says, "Stand your ground." And he turns back to the Rat Prince, and he says, "Listen, we came here on a mission. We're totally willing to come through and kill all of your men, your women, and your babies. But we're here for the big crystal. Now you tell us where it is, or things are going to get real personal, brother. And
Hell yeah, brother.
Diedrich Steelbell is
Hell
going to
yeah.
roll a intimidation check. And I believe his bonus is like a +3. It's a pretty good roll. It's an 18. The Rat Prince kind of like doubles back and he goes, "Ah!" He says, "Oh, Seer is ready for you. After I saw you last, I told her, yes. The manlings come, they come for the shiny, they come to kill us. Yes, yes, yes. You go, you find her, she will kill you."
All right, so we're doing the same that we did with Pinky. We're just gonna get rid of this bloke.
Well, last time you didn't let me keep any pets.
This one's more dangerous than the last. I don't know. He never graduated from the Chihuahua. Do we really want to go to the pit bull?
Okay, Millie
I-
Blast.
Diedrich says, "Stand back, you little tiny men.
I mean,
I
maybe
want his
both,
crown." He turns to the Rat Prince and he says, "I challenge you to a duel, sir." The Rat Prince says, "Oh, you challenge, Rat Prince. I take on all comers. That's how I become prince. I kill any rat that comes to me. You will just be another." And Diedrich says, "I've been starting to think, if I had a rat army, I'd be unstoppable. I could take on Maximus Goldenrod all by myself."
Got a point.
He turns to you guys and he says, "Go on ahead. Find this seer. Find this crystal. Leave him to me."
Oh,
Are you
all
sure
right.
this is what you want to do?
It's a challenge of honor, Danielus. We can't contest.
Okay.
What the little weak man said.
You're pressing
Okay,
it.
guys.
As I
Yeah,
shoot him a glare and be like, "Your ass is grass when you get back."
Okay, guys, let's run fast.
You just
All
come
right.
back with the crystal.
Done. Don't be a fool.
Do we go this way or are we going
I'm
the way we
always a
came?
fool. The last thing you hear is you turn. I guess which way are you guys going?
Which path looks like it may have the most footprints?
You
know what,
making
I'm just gonna go with chance. Danielus went the one way, so I'm just gonna be like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's a hunter.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
he knows where he's
backing out.
going.
Okay, cool. I like it. As you guys run off into the distance, the last thing you hear is Diedrich Steelbelly.
He's gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah.
Good night, sweet prince.